Great Rising! Welcome to Safe Tips, where we share strategic advice for excellence that transforms not only your business, but your life. Today, we're diving into a story of grit, growth, and what happens when you embrace the power of small, consistent steps. Have you heard of Angela Duckworth? She's a psychologist who grew up feeling average and struggled with insecurities, yet she's now a best-selling author and one of the leading voices on perseverance. You know, I relate to this so much. We put so much pressure on ourselves to be perfect right out of the gate. But that's not how life works, is it? The truth is, it's the messy, imperfect journeys that make us who we are. Angela's journey is a prime example of how focusing on incremental growth leads to extraordinary results. She didn't wake up one day as a renowned expert. She chipped away at her goals, day after day, building a foundation of knowledge and experience. And that's what we're going to unpack today. How to cultivate that same grit within ourselves. First things first, you've got to figure out what lights that fire in your belly. What makes you tick? For Angela, it was this burning desire to understand why some people succeed against all odds. She was fascinated by those who faced setbacks, who stumbled and fell, but somehow managed to get back up, dust themselves off, and ultimately achieve incredible things. She wanted to crack the code on resilience. So what did she do? She dove headfirst into research. She studied others, read every book and article she could get her hands on, and became obsessed with this one question: what separates the thrivers from the merely surviving? And here's the thing, Angela wasn't afraid to obsess over it. She let her passion fuel her. This wasn't some side hustle, it became her life's work. And that's the energy we're talking about. Now I want you to take 60 seconds, just 1 minute, and ask yourself, what's one thing, just one, that you could dedicate your energy to day after day, even when it gets tough? What's that one thing that sets your soul on fire? Don't overthink it. Just grab a piece of paper, your phone, whatever you've got handy, and write it down. I'm serious, write it down. There's power in putting pen to paper, in making that commitment visible. Now here's where things get really interesting. Angela didn't just wake up one day and say, I'm going to write a best-selling book called Grit, or I'm going to give a TED Talk that millions will watch. No, she started small. She focused on those bite-sized wins that, over time, built her confidence and credibility. She began by publishing her research papers, sharing her findings with the academic community. She started teaching, sharing her insights with students eager to learn. She honed her ideas, refined her theories, and slowly but surely, she built a foundation of expertise. And you know what? You can do the exact same thing. Whatever your passion is, whatever that thing you wrote down is, I guarantee you can break it down into smaller, more manageable steps. So, here's your challenge. What's one small step, just one, that you can take today to build momentum? Maybe it's reaching out to someone you admire, a mentor in your field, and asking for a quick chat. Maybe it's committing to reading just one page of a book that expands your skill set. It doesn't have to be monumental. Remember, we're talking about small wins, those tiny victories that, over time, add up to something extraordinary. So, what's it going to be? Drop it in the comments below. Let's hold each other accountable. Chapter 3. Stick with it. Here's the deal. Grit isn't glamorous. It's not always pretty or Instagram-worthy. It's about showing up day after day, even when you don't feel like it. It's about pushing through those moments of doubt, those times when you want to throw in the towel and say, this is too hard. Angela, she hit roadblocks too. She faced rejection, criticism, those inevitable bumps in the road that make you question everything. But you know what she didn't do? She didn't give up. She stuck to her vision, to her belief in the power of grit. And here's the trick, the secret sauce, if you will. Commit to the process, not just the outcome. It's about falling in love with the journey, with the daily grind, with the act of showing up and putting in the work, even when you're not sure where it's leading. Whether you're building a business, learning a new skill, transforming your mindset, or chasing a lifelong dream, consistency is your superpower. It's the one thing you can control, the one variable that will ultimately determine your success. So, here's your final challenge. What's one thing, just one, that you can commit to doing daily for the next week? What small action can you take every single day to move you closer to your goal? Maybe it's writing one paragraph, practicing a skill for 15 minutes, or simply taking 5 minutes to visualize your success. Whatever it is, write it down and commit to it. Consistency, my friend, is your superpower. Now go out there and own it. So what can we learn from Angela Duckworth's story? Success isn't about being the smartest or the most talented. It's about grit, small steps, and showing up consistently. That's the heart of Safe Tips, strategic advice for excellence. Here's your call to action. Identify your passion, break it into small wins, and stay consistent. The results might just amaze you. Remember, you don't have to be perfect. You just have to be persistent. If this story inspired you, share it with someone who needs a boost today. And remember, excellence starts with strategy, and you've got this.
Promise that you'll catch me.